Hi all, I'm Olga Chebikina. Thanks for watching. Please leave your reactions, likes, and comments. It's valuable for us, our experts, and our team. We have a huge group creating quality content for you, so you find it useful and interesting. Today, I have wonderful guests. Anatoly Sherbinin, a psychologist. We talk a lot about excess weight. And today, we have a cool name for it. Excess weight is convenient. Well, everything in your life turns out convenient for you.
He's physically awkward, yeah, like you're saying. I had the same issue with those jeans. And that's the problem when you're wearing a skirt in the summer and your thighs rub together until they bleed. Heard about that too. Never had something where everything washes away in one season. And in summer, can't wear anything. It's like straight to the bone. So you have like blood streams right between your legs. I mean, that's not very pleasant. But there are things that are more important than that convenience. They're actually more important things.
For example, tell me, what are the mental benefits? What kind of hidden thing can't we guess?
This is a sacrificial story. It's a tale of constant busyness. It's like being busy, but it's truly self-flagellation. So it is a story where I am to blame for something, and I have to punish myself somehow. And sometimes weight shows off this bachelor, and they do it with a lot of enthusiasm. They go to therapy, read books. They always have something to live for. To slim down, a story of me not being sexy. Because, being sexy means someone might chase me. Or I can change myself. There's a story about how, I ban myself from being happier. More often than not, it's like my mom. Yeah, sure. And what's the top reason when a woman comes, she's usually in pretty good shape. She says, I have a fat daughter. They're teen girls, they don't age. Chubby daughter, what should I do? And we go through catharsis into the history of me being afraid my daughter will become more beautiful than me. Are you serious?
So, it transpires that if mother has a teenage female, you must collaborate with mother. Could be,
Listen, I would say that for like 10 years, don't even touch the child, but the mom should go to therapy with this request because the child is growing up within the family. The teen is already experiencing separation, etc. But the mother should be involved in therapy. We clean up our mom, we can be in therapy forever. When we have a child who is completely financially independent in terms of everyday life, a person lives in a separate apartment on their own budget. There are still some connections. No separation or any hatred towards the parent, but he is more or less independent. Well then, yeah, we say goodbye to mom. We work with the image of mom in our head. If someone lives on mama's territory, mama is always the boss. Even if they're 40, just divorced, well, there the main story of role-playing games comes into play. These setups. We're replacing mom's husband. So all these things are turned on.
Let's get back to this thought. Why can't you be happier than mom? Just the first time I come across this thesis, so clearly formulated. Is this a guilt feeling? There's a lot.
There's also entitlement. We've got a classic family, It's me, mom, and grandma. No, not this dad. So often when we have some kind of role-playing scenario, a woman realizes that, damn it, I've actually been a dad my whole life. And I can't just abandon this woman because on a conscious level, I love her like a daughter. But on these inner levels, I understand that I'm absolutely a dad. So they have this illusion that the stone that mom took for herself has its own psychological karmic tasks. This is mom's. But for us, it's about saving mom, teaching mom, raising mom. Well, Hellinger could very well be, such a controversial guy, but clearly the holy thought that parents, they stand a step higher. You can advise, but you stand lower. To support, give guidance, but definitely not to act like a mama's boy. Now we'll hire you a coach. We'll mold you into a person, mama. Well, parents also need to be allowed to live and have their own pains and not take on the role of God. Understanding really helped me a lot when I was studying transpersonal therapy, which is beyond my biographical experience. We had an experience there of living our most worthless life. It's like, like a picture. Yeah, I had this story where I was like fat, kind of bald, with crooked teeth. And at the same time, I understand that I come from this ruling family. I have sisters, they're beautiful, their lives are going well, but not mine. There you are watching a whole TV series. Why did you go there? What are you paying for there? At times, re-experiencing occurs. That's how you live, unaware, but this image resurfaced. She's into you. And when you die there with the consciousness that it was not in vain, that it's just this payment for certain of your stories, then you start allowing the people around you here to live their own misery. What is this too? Maybe it's some kind of their contract beyond any rational biographical awareness at all. When you realize this, it's a fascinating position. On one hand, you identify as an ant, but on the other, you don't forget your role as God here, because I create all this too. And by allowing yourself this duality, you become a very well-rounded and calm person. To observe your mother, to consider her certain mistakes, to reflect on her decision not to transform problems into opportunities, to remain in a daughter's role, acknowledging that I am her daughter. This is also a very interesting relationship, ideally built by mothers. It's all these stories that mom builds. It's mom's. This story isn't friendly, unlike Friends, as a friend is on equal terms. There's still a mother's role, different roles, different images. And of course all this work goes through the acceptance of mom. Half of mom is in me. I am both mom and not mom. And the acceptance of this whole structure through these processes suddenly starts to work, and fitness cannot be denied that fitness doesn't work. No, if you squat, do lunges, clearly it will benefit your ass. But doing it out of love, out of desire, and doing it out of violence are different things. Then the key question is whether you can lose weight without knowing, without understanding the reason for the extra weight. I think it's possible if you imagine such a situation. There is a woman, she gains a lot of weight, and suddenly this magic happens. Some insight happens to her. She's not in therapy anywhere. She just has an insight. Here it is. It doesn't matter what the reason is. And she possesses such well-established internal supports in some way that she possesses this motivation to continue and engage in labor. And she truly has taste sensations there. They also change. When you work with your mind, your biochemistry, taste, and preferences change. So hypothetically, I think that for sure it's possible, but let me tell you, fitness, it totally works. I have got this inner aesthete pretty well developed. That is why I like it when I am in good shape. So I go to the gym and stuff, but again, that's the way. So I had this thing where I'm busting my ass in the gym. I hate this shit. It's tough for me. I don't like it. Another thing, when I see it here, I say, sweetheart, sorry, excuse me, but I must. Well, because body's made for moving, language of love. We have it spread out. Yeah, there's Gary Chapman. He's got 5 love languages between partners and 1 for your own body. And including this is promotion. This is tactile, undoubtedly, and tension and muscle relaxation, different languages of love. But one of them is moving, so you're going there. Same thing with food. The most important thing, including when you watch all the courses and read something, is to learn to realize yourself as a device that doesn't require a socket. The most important thing is the realization that I have a solar battery and the realization of why I am very happy about it right now. Meditation is becoming a trend, conscious meditation. When it is sensible, it is my dialogue with myself and what I perceive to be a higher aspect of my own being. For some people, it's God. For others, it's aliens. It doesn't really matter. I have a contact here inside with something external, and I connect it within myself. And then I hear, where should I crash? Where should I go? There's some reasons for it or something. And this experience unfolds. And at that point, you realize you're completely independent from everyone. And I would add, the result will definitely come faster for the person who has a reason behind this weight loss. One of the most interesting things I've heard is this girl saying that I realized during meditation that my weight is holding me back. It's literally draining my energy. I can feel it when I meditate. It's blocking the flow of energy. And when I'm able to handle more energy, I will be capable of scaling up my business and demonstrating myself as much as I feel. That's what I'm talking about. With this meaning, you can endure all the frustrations that'll come, and they'll surely come. And you know what else I noticed? They always go beyond instincts. So they always lie right outside of sexuality. This story about how I'm just sex and everyone wants me doesn't work. It has superficial meaning. It's basic, really weird, and domination. I will get thin, and then I will create a channel that is cooler than Chebikins, completely. When you truly comprehend why this is so self-centered for me, that is when you begin to release. And it's just faster when a person understands why they need this weight loss.
Let's hear your thoughts in the comments about your desire to lose weight. What's the deal with this weight loss thing? What are you expecting? And you already said it correctly that these cannot be the 3 main instinctive meanings: sexuality, assertiveness, dominance, and the hunger itself. What is the motive behind your endeavor to lose weight? Why are you doing this? So this question, the cornerstone of what or why, Even when I teach communication, I start with it.
And then you can like speak to yourself through your body. It's intriguing and provides excellent answers. So the body is also an important part of the overall structure. It's good to respect it, take care of it, and use various methods to influence it. And you know what else I wanted to add when you were talking about writing reasons? Because when I ask people, I frequently encounter this, that they respond that my primary reason to lose weight is to witness how my children grow up or how I have grandchildren. This is not working either.
You're linking this with others, correct? Like now?
You connect it with others and make it about life. Yeah, you attribute your own meanings for them. And this is very much connected, including with this woman's story. Why did I gain weight when I hit menopause? Because there are 3 stages of life in general, from 0 to 30, from 30 to 60, from 60 to 90. And why are these women so insistent on having grandchildren? Give birth, give birth, give birth. You have to. No other meaning because there isn't. Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense. Although, it's a huge period when you have a bunch of problems solved. You already have grown children. If they're normal, they don't come with the fact that we gave birth to Sid. This communication is all about it being done out of love, not coercion. Many say I feel grounded, but at the same time, they have projects and they're doing the marriage thing. They say, here I am married for 50 years, but I took this course. Well, isn't that interesting? My spouse and I discussed something. So they're in the know. They're staying on trend.
When in the groove, young, how we had an interesting and beautifully unfolded topic about excess weight, self-acceptance, body acceptance. How do you accept yourself with all your imperfections globally? With the fact that you can have a weird hobby or choose a rare profession and everyone will spin you around. Where did you go? No one needs this. Accepting oneself in imperfection. When you're in your first year in the market and not in demand. You don't have any good cases and accept yourself as you are too. So the truck flipped over. Now, no sense in talking about consciousness. Share them, please. Don't forget to subscribe to channel. Stay with us. Thanks for watching.